I started when I finished college. I decided that I really wanted to work in media, and I've always sort of been a fan of magazines. From like my teenage years on, probably the thing that was the most impressionable on me as a teenager was a magazine. And that really is something that I'm incredibly passionate about. And pop culture is something that I think has the power to, mold a generation. At least I really definitely feel like it molded mine. So media and pop culture are things that have always been really important to me. And out of school, I went to a headhunter and got a job at a very small, independent magazine, and really worked in all different areas. And from then on, I worked at a number of different publishers, and eventually at Condé Nast. And it was definitely a dream of mine to work for the publisher that published these incredible magazines. So it definitely was the culmination of a long-time dream of mine. Yes, what I try to instill in my daughter, which is, I guess, the best example that I can give, is as long as you are doing something that you believe in, you will be successful at it. Openness and willingness to look at everything that comes at you in life, whether it's professional or personal or somewhere in between. It's something that I try to cultivate and help her see me doing, not just when it comes to work, but when it comes to dealing with her and my husband and our family and our life and the supermarket and the drugstore, like all of those things. What I would have to say I am the most passionate about is my family. If your children are a reflection of who you are, that's pretty incredible, because I love seeing these two people who are pretty remarkable in their own right, and feeling like I had anything at all to do with that is incredibly gratifying.
How old are they?
My daughter is 8 and my son is 6. Yeah, they're just great. They're just really good people. It's funny because I remember thinking, when you become a parent, at least when I became a parent, I thought of, wow, now there are these two human beings that weren't here without me. Like they didn't even exist without me. But now you see them have a connection and a relationship to each other, and that's incredible. So these two people that I had something to do with creating now have a relationship with each other that's completely independent of me, So that's kind of neat. A lot of, I think, the tactics that you learn as a parent, like that chief home officer thing that moms, sort of go through as they, learn how to navigate that world, are absolutely applicable in the business world, no matter what the industry is. So that, I think, has made me a much more conscious listener, a much more conscious participant, and with my kids, navigating, a discussion with them that maybe they're not agreeing with each other on, and I have a vested interest in both of their outcomes, making them both feel like they're the most important people in the world, which to me, of course, they are. That's also a really great lesson. Yeah. When you do what you believe in, you have a greater chance of success.